You guys are telling me that I'm not covering a lot of designer fragrances, but yes, I do enjoy some, and there are a few that I've been enjoying from the last several months. In fact, most of these are fragrances I recently picked up from the December and on, and they're all designers. Some of these fragrances from the designers I've done videos about or reviews, and then also some of them I'm planning on doing some reviews. A few more than others, but I want to tell you my top 10 current favorite designer fragrances for you today in this video. And just to warn you, I do have some more expensive designer fragrances on the list because these are the ones that I'm enjoying. So if you want to find out the 10 designer fragrances that I'm recently been enjoying, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Yes, today we're going to talk about my favorite current designer fragrances. This is a question I've received quite a bit. And today, in my question answer video of the week, I decided to focus on this particular topic because not only have I received questions of what my current favorite designer fragrances are, or the fact that why I'm not reviewing designer fragrances, and also I've received questions asking me in general what my favorite designer fragrances are, or just what I'm wearing most frequently lately that are either designers or from the niche houses. So I decided to put this video together for you today, focusing on my 10 current favorite designer fragrances, and maybe I'll do a niche one next week. But today, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, and of course participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So yes, if you have any questions or have any ideas or topics you want me to cover on video, you can send a question to lfsgquestions@gmail.com, and I go through those questions, and if I see something that I want to cover, I will cover it. Of course, this is a topic or a subject that I was receiving multiple emails about, also comments. And if you saw my video just from a few days ago about the review for Reminiscence Patchouli, it was really interesting that one of the subscribers or viewers sent me a question asking me to review that fragrance a few weeks ago, and then it was interesting because I had shot a review with Dahlia about 2 months ago and finally made it on air. Anyway, so we are doing videos from emails that you guys are interested in me covering as far as topics go, and then we're going to get started with the designer fragrances. And I'm going to start off with a fragrance house that I've really have been loving more and more lately, although this particular offering is not as awesome as some of the other ones that I've recently noticed or have experienced. But this is from the house of Gucci, and this is Gucci Guilty pour Homme Love Edition. As you can see, it's been being used, and it's going down pretty quick. It doesn't have too much of a lasting power. It's probably like 4.5 to 5.5 hours max on me, and that's pushing it to 6 hours potentially, but I get like somewhere between 4.5 to 5.5 with this one. It is a lighter experience. It is focusing on ginger, and do you remember an awesome Gucci fragrance that focused on ginger? Envy. It doesn't smell like Envy. It was one of my favorite fragrances that I wore back in the late 90s. I wore 2 bottles of it. That was kind of like the renaissance of awesome Gucci fragrances until I don't know what happened with them, but I think it was during the time when Tom Ford was there. Gucci Envy and Gucci Rush. Anyway, this does hint a little bit. The ginger part in this hints at the ginger in Envy, but that's it. There's nothing else similar about this fragrance with that one. But the ginger is pretty prominent, but it's the kind of ginger that's not ultra spicy. It's very soft. The whole entire fragrance is very soft, and I find that the Love Edition kind of makes it kind of go soft, I guess, the fragrance. Nothing really stands out too much. In fact, there's supposed to be rosemary in here, which I don't really get a rosemary bite because as far as herbs go, rosemary is pretty pungent and strong. Doesn't really happen. Everything just is a very soft experience. Even the vetiver in here acts very soft. It's like vetiver can be very sharp and earthy and kind of muddy. Not really. It seems very softened up. Everything is just like really, really gentle and fragile. And I think because of that, the wearing experience is also soft and not very long lasting. The one negative about this one, and that's why I haven't really done a review about this particular fragrance yet, is because it's turning me off. There is something very inexpensive and cheap under there. Some DNA or some kind of an accord of this very synthetic smelling amber wood kind of note or something aquatic that's just under there. It doesn't come out fully, but that kind of turns me off. So sadly, this one is at number 10. But if you guys are interested in a review of this one, please do let me know. Yes, I have worn a bit of it, and I've also had some relative wear it a bit as well since I've had it, and he seems to like it a lot. I, on the other hand, am not really into it as much. But if you want a review of it, let me know. So that is Gucci Guilty Pour Homme Love Edition. So this next designer I did do a review of, and this is the latest edition of Dior Homme 2020, this one right here. So this one is definitely number 9. It's definitely a little more interesting than the Gucci Guilty Pour Homme Love Edition. But this one, again, it's softer woods, softer citruses, and also a very nice, classy, masculine fragrance. But I feel like they haven't done anything original with the fragrance. If you're curious to learn about this one more, go check out my review of it. But this one focuses on notes of ISOE Super, a synthetic note that's present in the fragrance Eccentric Molecules Molecule 1. Smells like a combo of sandalwood and cedar wood, and that's what is prominent here. There's also cashmere wood, cedar, vetiver, musk, bergamot, pink pepper. It's a nice citrusy, slightly spicy, woody fragrance. Classy, nothing groundbreaking, nothing... I mean, I guess it's not really original, but it's original in this case with Dior. It works. It doesn't really... The original I prefer is the one I'm used to, the 2000s version, which was similar to 2010's version. Were similar, but here we've got a complete brand new fragrance. And also there is a Dior Homme Intense of this one coming out, and according to people, there's a Dior Homme Parfum. Both of them are in 100 ml bottles, not like the original Dior Homme Parfum in 75 ml bottle. But I still find it nice. It's not like, wow, it's so amazing kind of a fragrance, whereas with Dior Homme and Dior Homme Parfum was one of my favorite designer fragrances. So let's see what they've done with the Dior Homme Parfum. But number 9 is Dior Homme 2020. So this next one, I did a video last week, and this is a video that I'm focusing on the latest acquisitions as far as designer fragrances go. So these might not necessarily be like brand new releases, but these are what I've picked up from designers that I'm wearing. And this is a fragrance from probably about 3-4 years ago. This is LALIQUE Ombre Noir. This one actually I'm wanting to really love, and I'm appreciating it, I'm enjoying it, and the boozy tobacco combination, I guess it's not growing on me as much as something like Bentley for Men Intense did. And I haven't compared the two yet, and I plan on doing it, but I haven't really embraced this one as much as I embraced the other one, the Bentley for Men Intense. It also has a different kind of an experience rather than the other one. And they're both boozy, but they're completely different fragrances. So maybe I'm just appreciating the other one more than this one, but I kind of want to give it a little more credit. But for now, I've put it at number 8 because I do enjoy it. I love boozy fragrances. I love tobacco fragrances. And I am a huge fan of LALIQUE as well. This house is amazing. I love the fragrances, and I'll keep promoting them. I mean, Encre Noire à la Extrême is one of my favorite vetiver fragrances. It's awesome. So hopefully this will grow on me a little more and maybe move up the list. But for now, it's at number 8. But if you don't know this one, they are available at the discounters. Get it. The bottle does feel a little bit like LALIQUE's Encre Noire bottle, or they have a feminine fragrance that comes in a bottle like this as well, from what I'm remembering. So it's a very sturdy, heavy-duty bottle, and you know, I like this house a lot, and hopefully this will grow on me a little more. So this is LALIQUE Ombre Noir at number 8. This next one is from the house of DUNHILL, and I did speak about this one recently. The one thing I forgot to mention to you guys is when you remove the cap, the name of the fragrance is right up here. So this one is a Moroccan Amber at number 7. So there's 2 of those fragrances in this list because I don't have a lot of designer fragrances that I've purchased recently, but I did buy this collection all at once from Fragrance X. This one was the tester, and then there's another one on the list that was also a tester. The other two that I bought, if you haven't caught that video, please do. We're in full presentation. But I like this one, and I like the softness about this particular amber. There's a very, very soft edge to it. It's very, very cozy and gourmandish. And in the background, there's that saffron as well. The saffron gives it that very slightly aromatic, slightly leathery experience, whereas the leather is not like your, you know, animalic leather. It's more of like an aromatic leather, which I really like that from saffron. And there's additional notes of dry notes of immortelle. There's some zingy spiciness with like a ginger-like note. There is also some spiciness from coriander, and then of course the coffee tree note that comes in as well. But a beautiful scent, a very, very soft gourmandish amber that I really enjoy. If you don't know it, do check it out. This is Dunhill's Moroccan Amber. Again, I bought those for about $110. They are around $130 at the suggested retail on their website for a 100 ml bottle. So for $110, I find that it's a great deal for those fragrances. All right, so this next one is LALIQUE's Hommage à la Homme Voyageur. Again, this one was featured along with Ombre Noir in my recent video on LALIQUE fragrances. And I have ranked this one higher because I'm really enjoying that patchouli and vetiver combo in this one. And if I'm speaking about patchouli and vetiver, Incident Diplomatique from Jovoy is also combining, you know, vetiver and patchouli, but these fragrances are nothing alike. I have a feeling this particular fragrance is also discontinued, so if you are you like the idea of patchouli and vetiver, definitely, you know, hunt one down. I bought it for about $35 at Fragrance X, but although recently I didn't see it there, I still do see the Ombre Noir there though, so get that if you can. But this one is definitely worth it. I really enjoy that combination. As I said, I love patchouli, and the patchouli doesn't come off really dense, thick, heavy, earthy. It does smell like a lot of those things that I just said, but it does not have this weightiness. There is a very, very clean and sheen and polished rendition of patchouli here with the vetiver. So I really do enjoy this one. I'm glad I have it because I never really picked it up, and I heard a lot of people speaking about it in the Facebook groups and my Facebook group way back when it was first launched, but I kind of dismissed it, but I should never have because it's pretty darn good for a designer. And I love that blue bottle, as you can see there. So this is LALIQUE Hommage à la Homme Voyageur. That's at number 6. All right, at number 5, this is a fragrance I reviewed also. Probably a few weeks back. It's Tom Ford's Beau de Jour, this one right here. I love this one. This is a great fougere, barbershop-y style fragrance, although it's more of an aromatic fougere rather than like smelling like real barbershop shaving soap and stuff, but it's definitely there because it's full-on lavender. Lavender is the main note here, and according to the Tom Ford website, there's 2 or 3 kinds of lavender in here, so it is a lavender bomb. But you have a lot of other aromatic herbal notes in here along with patchouli. So you've got lots of patchouli here because it's pretty prominent, and I love that about it. It's a very green fragrance, so if you like green fragrances, this is going to satisfy you. It's also very classy and masculine. Now, I recently did a classy masculine fragrances video over the weekend, and somebody specified that I do one of designer fragrances. This would definitely make that list, but I was focusing on niche fragrances there in that video. Anyway, there's also rosemary here, mint. There's some ambery touches in the dry down, more like oak moss in the dry down as well, which is typically found in fougeres. And then there's also some like aromatic geranium in here as well, which is typically found in fougere fragrances. So it's a great fragrance. I'm glad they put it in this bottle. It used to be more expensive in the private blend collection. Still on the pricey side, but if you can find a deal or get a deal or a promotion or something, it's definitely worth it. For me, I feel like it is definitely worth it, and I really do enjoy it. It's Beau de Jour from Tom Ford at number 5. At number 4, again, it's another Dunhill fragrance, and this is Indian Sandalwood, and I'll show you the name that's on here. I didn't show that in the video when I did a video about these fragrances. Here we have such an awesome sandalwood. It is a very buttery, creamy, milky sandalwood, along with well, the buttery comes from the orris butter in here, but it is also powdery at the same time. So it's a nice meshing of creamy sandalwood, milky sandalwood with that creamy orris butter. So you've got a nice creaminess and also slightly powderiness from orris here. it is good. Those two notes together, and patchouli and carrot, and then a little light touch of cypriol. My favorite from the signature collection fragrances of Dunhill. I really do love this one. It is up there, and it's really a great sandalwood. I mean, if you don't like the Santal 33 type of sandalwood, but you like that creamy sandalwood, try this one. I think you're gonna like it. I think it definitely is worth it. At least for me, I love it. It's my favorite from the signature collection. So this is Dunhill Indian Sandalwood at number 4. Number 3 is from the house of DIOR, and this is Rouge Trafalgar, this one right here. So this one was a love at first sniff. Absolutely love at first sniff. I smelled it late December. In fact, I shot a review of this one, and I'd stay tuned for that. In the video, I couldn't think of when I sampled this. So I sampled it at Neiman Marcus here, late December, and as soon as I smelled it, I really enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna Instagram a photo about this one because it is quite good. And I've been pretty underwhelmed with the Maison Christian Dior collection of fragrances. This one doesn't disappoint. In fact, I like this a lot more than Spice Blend. Spice Blend was a bit on the boring side. It didn't really live up to what I was expecting. But here, what we've got here are lots of black currant note with raspberry. There's musk, there's grapefruit, cherry, strawberry, mandarin. The combination is ultra fruity. It does hint a little bit at Diptyque's L'Ombre Down Low. Less green, more fruity, more tart, more sour. Wonderful release. I really love it. I feel like this, come summer, when it's really hot and humid outside, the tart, sour qualities of this fragrance is just going to quench your you know, thirst of the experience of really warm and muggy what do you call it, humid weather out there. I find that tart and sour fragrances really do cover it up and wash away that sweaty, you know, muggy kind of a feeling, and I think this is going to satisfy a lot. And I'm so happy that they did this, even though it's nothing groundbreaking. I mentioned it in the video. Stay tuned for the video. Nothing groundbreaking, but also not original. It's been done before, but it is very quality the way it's done. So I really enjoy it. So if you're looking forward to my review of this one, stay tuned. But this is an awesome offering. I guess for me, it's not feminine. It's a fruity fragrance. It's fruits. I mean, not a lot of floral. It's considered a fruity floral, but I don't have a lot of floral notes listed in here. They're more fruits. There's also a nice musky patchouli in the dry down as well. But I find that some men might find it a bit on the feminine side. But again, it's just fruits, and fruits to me are pretty much genderless. So if you like the idea of a fruity black currant type of a smell, and you're used to Diptyque's L'Ombre Down Low, even something like Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Femme, which focuses on black berries, you're gonna really enjoy this one. So check it out. It's Dior Rouge Trafalgar, definitely worth the number 3 spot. I love this one. Alright, at number 2 is a video I did recently with Dahlia. It's a review from the house of Comme des Garçons, and it's a designer from Paris, a Japanese designer. This is Copper, this one right here. So I'm totally obsessed with this one. It is such a wonderful release from this collection, and it was similar with this. It was love at first sniff. I smelled it, I loved it. And what does it for me here is the galbanum note, that bitter green, herbaceous, kind of crunchy, choppy greens kind of a smell. There are some resinous touches with galbanum as well, but along with tobacco here, some amber. There are metallic notes according to the notes list breakdown, but I don't get much metallic here, even though it's called Copper. And then there's also some resinous touches of myrrh. There's some vanilla, violet leaves. It is definitely on the masculine side, but kind of on the between the right in the middle and over to the way to the masculine side. At least to me it is. So I like that about it. Women can totally pull this one off, but I mean, I'm obsessed with the way it smells. And if you like that green smell, definitely check out Copper. Even though it doesn't have anything green on it, it comes off very green, and it's a great scent. So check it out. This is Copper from the house of Comme des Garçons. Go watch my review. In fact, I'm still I still have a giveaway on this one. I will close the giveaway soon. If you haven't participated, it's a USA full bottle giveaway thanks to the folks at ZGO Perfumery. So go check that out. And last but not least, at number 1, it is from the house of Louis Vuitton. It's Les Sablés Roses. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, this is a fragrance that I picked up recently. But what happened here was I wasn't really, you know, it wasn't like doing it for me, but later on it grew on me a lot. And what happened here is there is a slightly aquatic touch when I wear it, and there's a huge prominent amber green note in here, and it does kind of go a slight bit animalic as well. So it's lots of rose. The rose is very dewy, but it's really a luscious and sweaty rose, so it's like concentrated smell. And mixed in with the ambergris, which goes a little slightly animalic, a little bit aquatic at the same time. Add the oud and the saffron and the black pepper. It is a winner. It is so awesome, this fragrance. But it's one of those fragrances that I'm a fan of the line, and I enjoy it. In fact, Ombre Nomade is also great. And the two together are also great layered. Layered together is amazing because both of them have rose in it. But this one, the rose is much more amped up. And then when you combine it with the oud in there, because this one has oud even though it's listed, but it doesn't really have an intense amount of oud because it's more about the rose here. So the two together layered, phenomenal. It is on the pricier side, but again, it's from the house of Louis Vuitton, and I really enjoy this rose. A really, really awesome rose. And hopefully soon I'll do a full review of Les Sablés Roses. But in the meantime, it's my #1 favorite. Guys, and that's pretty much it for this video today. Those are my top 10 favorite designer fragrances as of the last 2-3 months. What are your thoughts about these fragrances? Are you familiar with them? Do you own them? Do you like them? Or have you been eyeing them and been wanting them? Let me know your thoughts. Put some comments down below. If you have any of them, and or have you smelled it, or you've smelled it, also let me know what your thoughts are. Or if anything sounds great to you that I've said today, please put that down as well. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Otherwise, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.